How's it going? This is another review video. In this video I'll be covering for Kirby and the Forgotten Land. So first I want to focus on sound design. I've broken this down to a few things. First, Kirby sound effects. 2, enemy sound effects. And 3, music. For Kirby, sound effects are exactly as they should be. The tornado sounds are reminiscent of wind, fire makes cracking noises, the lava bubbles a little bit. Overall, it's very good. When you hear these sounds, you can imagine what Kirby is doing, which is exactly what you want. Enemy sound design is about how it usually is. It's nothing crazy, honestly. They make noises when they walk around, they grunt when you hit them, and have a little impact noise when they hit you. So, overall, what you expect, nothing crazy, honestly, just serviceable. As for the music is great, honestly. I enjoy the music quite a bit. In every single environment you go to, you can expect what the theme of it is solely off of the music. The music always matches the vibe for each location, honestly, so I enjoyed it quite a bit. You probably will too. Now I'm going to cover the difficulty. I'm not sure if anyone calls this the Dark Souls of Kirby games yet, but honestly, that isn't what this game is. So Kirby is known for being pretty easy overall, and that doesn't go away in this game either. There are 2 difficulties. I played on the harder one and got through very easily. I wasn't making a big strategies during boss battles, I was just playing casually and getting through without dying. So it's a very easy game, but that's not a credit against it though. These games are always easy, and keeping it that way is probably the best solution, I think. It's sticking with this trend, and honestly that's good. Because the real draw of these games are how fun they usually are, so you have that. So now I move on to enjoyability. Overall, it's a very fun game with lots of improvements over the old games. One good benefit of this one is having it in a 3D space. You have more space to move around. You get to see abilities to interact with things in a different way on a 3D plane with all the different physics and the burning from fire, all these different abilities. And having it 3D makes it more expansive overall. I constantly spend time just messing around with enemies, using their attacks against them, trying to make different stuff hit each other so I can make chain reactions. Just messing around with the environment in pretty cool ways. I never got tired of a power 2. There was always another one right around the corner. I wasn't sitting around using the same ability because I was forced to. You constantly had options throughout the entire game. You see a huge horde of enemies, there's probably a crash ability near you. I found quite a few of those. You can blow all the enemies up in one fell swoop. It's pretty cool. One of my favorite powers overall. You're constantly getting into fun scenarios and enjoying yourself. Now that leads me to powers. You have numerous abilities from fire to ice, lava, tornadoes, cutter ability, spikes, gun, so many types of abilities. Of all the Kirby games, I think this one has the most abilities out of all of them. Which makes sense because it's the most expansive one out of all of them too. The powers in the game are absolutely great, they function well, and they also have depth as well this time because you can evolve the abilities. And the way you do this is through exploration, which is surprisingly big in this game. And of all the Kirby games, I don't think you have exploration at all, really. But this one has quite a bit of it. And stages have a couple components. 1, coins obviously. 2, the task system, which has you doing things like collecting ducks, bringing them to their mother, knocking down wanted posters, stuff like that. And the reason you do those is so you can unlock Waddle Dees. In order to actually access the boss battles, you need to have a certain amount of Waddle Dees, so you have incentive to collect as many as possible. Another type of stage you do as well is a bonus stage, and the reason you need those is you can collect stars. These, as well as coins, are needed for evolution of abilities. In terms of evolution too, you have such nice abilities. You have fire becoming lava, you have a tornado of wind becoming a tornado of flowers, you have a sword becoming a giant sword and a spiked shield along with it. You have a few needles becoming like a horde of different objects on you. So many different changes overall to the abilities. With the fan favorite from the trailers being the gun, obviously, which goes from 1 gun to 2. And all of these things combine to make a very fun and varied experience too, so you're constantly changing stuff, constantly mixing it up, and having fun while doing it. You probably noticed I didn't mention the story at all. The reason for that is because the story, as always, isn't very interesting and not really an important part of the game, so if you like story-driven experiences, you won't find that here. To win this review, I want to give it a 8 out of 10. I think it's worth buying. I had a very fun time with it. I think you probably will too. This is a well-made game overall, which is slightly held back by being on Nintendo, so hard to hold that against it though. If this video helped you at all, please leave a like, sub for more comment sessions. Thanks. If you have any thoughts or questions, let me know and I'll answer in the comment section. See ya.